This show is sponsored by HiveMind CRM. It is more than just a CRM. It is a real estate and business mastermind that comes with an all-in-one CRM. You can have unlimited websites and users. You can call, text, RVM, and email all in one user interface. And you can set up custom automations for any type and multiple businesses. 65% of companies start using a CRM system within the first 5 years of business. Once implemented, the HiveMind will save you on marketing, give you more time, and make more money. One of our users had his first $100,000 month using our system in June. We want to see you automate and accelerate your business. Text us at 210-972-1842 for future meetings and, of course, to get our $1 course on how to make more than 6 figures on one land deal. You can schedule your free demo today at hivemindcrm.io.
Welcome to today's episode. We have our guest, Mr. Rick Elmore, who is a direct mail provider. If you haven't seen his original video, go check it out. It's going to be a link in the bio. Go definitely check it out. This episode, though, is covering a deal breakdown, which is covering cool, interesting stories that our clients and our guests have had. So, Rick Elmore, what is a cool, interesting story that you have?
Yeah, so what we do is, robotic handwritten notes. We built a handwriting robot, the only purposely built handwriting robot in the world that helps people scale real handwritten notes. And we work with realtors and mortgage professionals on a regular basis, just because they're always looking for ways to engage and stand out with their clients or new clients. But yeah, a story that comes to mind is actually a good friend of mine. Before we started Simply Noted and before we started working together, he was selling, from what I recall, it was like 6 to 8 homes a year. And that was his full-time job. And he was doing it like the normal days. He'd go to like BNI meetings, networking, local events, trying to build relationships, get referrals. And then we started doing 500 handwritten notes a week or every couple of weeks, whatever worked out for him. And then just in 1 year of him doing that, he went from doing, it was either 7 or 8 homes a year. He did over 30 home sales or 30 homes in 1 year of doing that program. And I want to take a lot of that credit, but I know the last couple of years, the market was kind of on fire, but he did get a lot of off-market deals or got a new client, from that farming technique of that handwritten note.
Yeah, it's always being consistent. I tell this to all my clients too as well. If you're gonna start something like direct marketing or direct mail, have a consistent budget that you can do consistently. So what's your recommendation for people to get that transaction? Is 7 to 12 contacts, or maybe you're 5 with written?
So I always tell the realtors that we work with who want to farm is there's 2 areas you always farm. Either your neighborhood where you live, right, where you have instant connection to your community. So let everybody around in your community know what you do and build that relationship there. Or become an expert in a certain community. So if there's like a zip code or a dream community you want to network into, focus on those 2. So focus on your community or that one community and just be consistent. If it's once a month or once every couple of weeks, or even if you can only do it once a quarter, it's just staying top of mind. And, when that person comes to sell, if they don't have a really good relationship with a realtor, they're going to remember you versus, that print flyer, or that print piece of mail, or that guy who keeps bugging them, in their email. It's just a really unique way to stand out in a respectful, professional way.
I don't know. We didn't talk about this in the other episode, but what is your top performer product?
What do you mean?
What's your top performing product?
We do handwritten notes here, so everything we do is, just a handwritten note with a handwritten
note with a certain letter. Or...
Oh, yeah. So, what we see the most response. This isn't a real estate. This is more of a B2B. We've seen uptick in response rates when you include like an insert. So that makes it look a little bit more personal. So if you include a business card or a flyer with some information, we always recommend keep the handwritten note on the relationship. So introduction, who you are, keep it really nice, not a hard sell. And if you want to give them like a piece of information, to that what you're trying to do, like include it, but keep the handwritten note for the relationship side, the Trojan horse, get open, get read, right? And then build that relationship, but sell them on something do like an insert. That's kind of like a nice way of doing it.
So like insert, you mean like a business card or maybe like a photo or something?
Yeah, just say like, if you're a realtor and like you just sold a house in that neighborhood, make a little flyer like, hey, we just worked at the Smiths and here's the house, got 10% over asking, include that little flyer. And there's tons of tools out there. Go on Canva. Anybody can use Canva to create that flyer in minutes and then send it to us. We'll print out that flyer. We'll do the handwritten note. We'll include it for you. We run our own printing press in-house. So it's, what you would get from a professional or commercial printer, we have the exact same printer. It's $160,000, and we can print that professional flyer in-house, write out that hand note, in your handwriting if you want. We can include your business card and that flyer, and it's just really nice. It's just, it's a really nice way of doing it.
Way to stand out from the rest, from everybody else, for sure.
Yep.
All right. Well, I think that's it, man. I think it's a great tip for everybody out there trying to take action. Pick your perfect audience and target that over and over.
Yep. And there's tons of tools out there too. And I'm sure your realtors know this, but there's Property Radar, PropStream, Data Axle. There's tons of ways to get really good data. So that's usually the big hiccup is like, oh, I don't have addresses. And it's like, we have that solved. Just go to these websites. And some of them are free, or some of them you're paying like 2 cents, to download, a contact. And then you can go back and skip trace, reverse look up there in emails. I mean, there's tons of ways to get creative here.
All right. That's it, man. I appreciate your time. Thanks for coming on, Rick. For everybody out, simplynoted.com. Go check it out if you need direct mail services. We'll have a link in the bio. Thanks for coming on, man.
Thanks, Daniel.
Hey guys, if you would like to receive hot leads right to your cell phone in a text message, check out hiveleads.io and you can receive the same leads we've been receiving in our campaign for 3.5 years that's made us successful in the land game. Check us out.
The show is sponsored by The List Guys. Do you need more leads in your local or virtual market? 1 in 10 small businesses don't invest in any kind of marketing. The List Guys have over 35 plus list types to choose from, and you can mix and match any list or criteria. We also use the skip trace list and provide up to 7 numbers and email addresses. Every list you purchase will be scrubbed against previous purchases. The List Guys are here to save you time. Contact the List Guys today at www.onelistguys.com. That's www.1listguys.com.
Hey y'all, welcome back to Womanomics Podcast, Folk Here for Entrepreneurs. We are so excited for another Womanomics Wednesday. I am your co-host, Sierra Bryan of Divine Notary Services.